Hey, my dear friends, my name is Manoj Sharma, and I am back here yet again with another twist of the day, that is number 141. And today I am going to pitch in into the objective number 4.3, which talks about voice, video, and collaboration platforms, whatever we are using, and how do we secure that. So let's dive into this particular question. It's a very interesting one, and you will learn a lot from this particular video. So go ahead. It's a lengthy question. Feel free to take a pause for 1 minute, answer this particular question, and I will start explaining after 10 seconds. Hey, great. I hope you might have already identified the right answer and you are looking for me to validate that. Great. If you haven't done yet, feel free to pause it again, go through, answer first, and then see the rest of the video. So let's get into this, right? You are the security manager at a large organization that recently adopted voice over IP for its communication need. You have implemented strong security measures for the VoIP network. However, you noticed an increase in unauthorized access attempts. That's the problem statement, right? When you read a CISSP question, focus on the keyword side. So one of the keyword here is VoIP. They have recently implemented VoIP, and uh, you have already implemented strong security measures for VoIP network. However, we notice a increase in unauthorized access attempts. So that's the problem statement, right? Unauthorized access attempt to the VoIP infrastructure. After investigation, you discover that attackers are exploiting a vulnerability in your VoIP infrastructure. So there is a vulnerability. Which security aspect is most likely compromised in this particular scenario? So they want to ask you a deeper question. Do you have a very good understanding of all these different terms which are there in VoIP? And to explain this, let's pick them one by one and we will talk about VoIP. Now, we use a lot of VoIP devices and the soft phones and the hard phones in the entire VoIP in your enterprise. If you're wondering what is soft phone, what is hard phone, so a soft phone is like your Teams, like your Zoom platform you use, right? So anything which is software based is your soft phone, and which is, for example, you might be using some IP phones as well, right? Physical phones, right? They are based on Ethernet connectivity. Those are called as hard phones. The entire set of all this particular technology is called as IP telephony, right? Now we understood that. You also need to understand few major things when it comes to VoIP. First of the protocol is SIP, which means Session Initiation Protocol. So as the name suggests, this is a session initiation protocol. When you call somebody over a phone and you get a busy tone, or you get the ring on the other side, that is all done through SIP, right? So it is one of a very fantastic protocol which helps. However, uh, it's been little primitive by now, even though this has played a very important role into making all the VoIP so popular what we see today, coming out of the vendor shoes, and now everything is open for everyone. The cost for VoIP calls and everything has gone down. But since this is one of the protocol which helps to establish the connection, if somebody is able to compromise the vulnerability in session initiation protocol, it's much more likely than the attacker can exploit that particular vulnerability in SIP and get into your infrastructure, right? So that's number one. So there is a huge possibility. The second protocol we will see here is real-time transport protocol. Now, what is real-time transport protocol? So as and when in VoIP, you are setting up a connection with the other end, first the SIP protocol will help you to establish the connection. Once the connection is established, then the real-time voice and video, whatever we are using, right, that gets secured through RTP protocol. Okay, RTP was having some initial vulnerabilities, and because of that, to enhance the encryption and other things, they came out with another protocol which is called as SRTP, Secure RTP, Real Time Transfer Protocol, and that is how we prefer using SRTP. However, if let's say your RTP protocol is compromised, what will happen? At the max, somebody may get unauthorized access to your content, but that does not mean that he will be able to get into your infrastructure. It's very very difficult, because whatever you are capturing, those kind of packets, if the proper encryption is not there, you will be able to disclose it, but you will not be still able to compromise the host from where the message is coming. That is more possible is still with the SIP thing. So that is what about RTP and SRTP. The third thing they have used here is network segmentation. So network segmentation is a control, definitely one of the control we use day in day out. That's the security principle. You need to segregate your network just to make sure there is no lateral movement as well. However, the network segmentation is a very wide term. It is not only used for VoIP, it is used everywhere. So, and let's say just because of network segmentation, how somebody can get access to the VoIP infrastructure. They are looking for a vulnerability. They are trying to ask you what can be the vulnerability in there. So, network segmentation is basically a control. It's not something as a vulnerability, right? So that is why B also is not the right option. We'll go to the last one, which is quality of service, which means prioritizing one kind of traffic over the other. Let's say there are a lot of people downloading something at the same time. There are real-time Teams and Zoom call happening. You need to make sure that that particular real-time communication is prioritized over the others, and that quality is called as quality of service, right? So I hope you learned a lot. Now, what is more likely out of these particular choices? It may be a knowledge based question. It's not more of a management based question, because this is testing your nerves and your awareness about the content. So the right answer here is C, session initiation protocol. I hope this particular video has cleared so many grounds for you, and you are much more clear in those concepts. And with that said, I will take a leave. If you want to really pass your CISSP within 100 days, definitely feel free to call on this particular number. There, Pratima is going to treat you well. She is going to onboard you into the entire process, and that is where you get aligned with the 100 days program where we meet success. With that said, guys, I will see you in the next video. Jai Hind.